I do apologize for being a few minutes late here. StreamYard would not open or work, so I had to restart my whole system. So glad you're with me. Hope you are all doing well. I have a ton of news, ton of information to go over as my computer still is booting up. Man, Trump took office yesterday. A lot of things are happening. A lot of conversations are going on. You got to see some of these clips to believe them. It's kind of crazy. So good to see everyone. What's up, Chipper? Waiting for Trump to talk. Good to see you, man. MMT's here. Austin Poetis is here. Zelfer Knight's here. Florane's here. What's up, Florane? Ariana's here. Thank you, Ariana. Rico Suave is here. What's up, Rico? All right, guys. If you can, like the chat. If you're on like Twitter, share the chat if you can. I'd really appreciate that. What's up, TJ? Good to see you, man. Let's go ahead and get into this. He's talking now. Oh, Trump's talking now. Anything about crypto? What's up, Stefan from Germany? Good to see you, man. Well, we're going to get into a ton of news here, guys. Just bear with me here. It's going to be a lot to go over with you guys today. So, man, OBS is running safe mode. Hold on. Let me just close OBS because it is causing me problems. Okay, cool. All right. So Trump took office yesterday, and he's already making his impact known on the United States. I didn't see any crypto things yet coming up for Trump in these, in his first day at the office, but he has signed just a ton of different emergency declarations. Look, his desk is full of this stuff. So Trump declares national emergency at the border. Trump ends catch and release at the border. Trump reinstates remain in Mexico policy for people trying to come over. Trump resumes border wall construction. Trump designates cartels as global terrorists. Now, this is a big one, guys. For so long, cartels have been able to kind of act freely in everything that they wanted to do. Now being designated as a global terrorist organization, I don't know, man. Are we going to see U.S. Special Forces go into Mexico? This is going to get kind of crazy. This is something I'm definitely watching and keeping a close eye on. So, please pay attention to that. I would imagine you would need Mexico's blessing to do that type of stuff. But, man, imagine seeing like drones over Mexico dropping bombs. I don't know. But this is a big deal in my world. Trump suspends refugee settlement for 4 months. Trump changes birthright citizenship. Troops deployed at the border. That's an interesting thing, right? Trump orders enhanced border vetting, which is good to see, right? We don't want bad things coming across the border. Trump ends government censorship. Federal hiring and regulation freeze. Trump targets weaponization of government. 78 Biden orders rescinded. Security clearance revoked for the people that went against Trump in the Hunter Biden laptop saga. Death penalty restored. Some of these are really interesting. Reforming policy making federal positions. Trump addresses cost of living crisis. America first foreign policy implemented. U.S. foreign aid suspended for 90 days. Trump rejects global tax deal. Trump declares national energy emergency. Trump withdraws from Paris climate agreement. Trump opens Alaska oil reserves. Trump halts offshore wind expansion. Trump establishes the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE. And then Trump delays TikTok ban for, I think, a 75-day period, and then flags full staff. Trump appoints officials in signing ceremony. Full pardon for all the January 6th people that rioted at the Capitol. Trump limits definitions of gender identity. So I don't know where you stand on all this, but this is what happened the first day in office. So let's get into some other stuff here, guys. I have a lot of news. Let me refresh some of this stuff as we go here. A lot of things happening today in the crypto space. So let's go ahead and start talking about them. Bitcoin is currently at 106,000. I just wanted to touch base with the chat. 420 of you here. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see everyone. Let's go ahead and share the chat. Like the chat, guys. I'd really appreciate that. Let me just go ahead and say what's up to everybody that just came in. So Girls Crypto Experience is here. I'd love to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Koala Hill. I fucked that up. I'm sorry, but nice to see you. Sammy, great to see you. Kevin's in the house. Kevin, I hope you're doing good work, man. Thank you so much for being here. Ian, watching from Brisbane, Australia. Love to have you, man. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you. Lalo G, Texas, we are here. I'd love to see you, man. Texas, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Amanda O is here. Anthony Bees is here. Great to see you. Christian K, what's up, Christian? Energy is here from Germany. Man, a lot of really credible people from Germany. I want to say thank you so much for being here, guys. I know some of you are up late and you really want to get some of this crypto news. So let's go ahead and start talking about this. So it's really great to see Bitcoin at 106,000. The market is reacting really well to Trump being in office. Also, you have SEC launches new task force to create a clear regulatory framework for crypto assets, guys. This is what I'm talking about. And guess who's heading the commission? Hester Pierce, crypto mom. This is good news for all of us, guys. Listen, we have all been waiting for what banks are going to do when they actually have clear regulatory approval from the US government, right? The reason US banks have been holding back on using crypto in their payment infrastructure was because they were afraid the SEC would be coming, right? Now, it's a different story. So we're going to talk about that big in just a second here. Here you go. But here's the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, tells the World Economic Forum audience, it's clear to this point, Bitcoin is a better form of money than gold. Let me go ahead and play this for you.
But I think it's clear at this point that, Bitcoin is a better form of money than gold. It is provably scarce, just like gold, but it's more portable and divisible. So you can actually it has higher utility, I would say. And it was the best performing asset of the last 10 years. And so for store of value, I think it's going to be important for governments to hold this over time. It might start with being 1% of their reserves, but I think over time it'll come to be equal to or greater than gold reserves.
Okay, great. Well, let's go to the next question.
That's really interesting. Listen, this is the biggest World Economic Forum. I know we all have different feelings on what they do and who leads them and what they're about, but they are one of the go-to places for all kinds of really interesting high-level people from around the world. And man, to have that said on the stage there, I think that's a powerful statement. You also have him talking here. I think Coinbase CEO predicts Bitcoin will get into the millions eventually here. Let me go ahead and play this for you. I want to talk to you about some math really quickly.
I think over time, we'll see Bitcoin get into the millions, multiple millions price range. I mean, it's being adopted by more and more institutional customers. The ETFs brought in a huge amount of inflow. If we get clear legislation passed in the US, that would be a big milestone. A strategic Bitcoin reserve. If the US took that path, probably the rest of the G20 would follow. In fact, I've discussed with a number of finance ministers here in Switzerland from different countries around the world, just the idea of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. They're getting more interested in it now because the US is looking into it. So I think Bitcoin has a long way to go. It's going to be the new gold standard out there. And crypto is really much bigger than that too. It's about payments.
All right. Somebody brought up, Bart brought up US Treasury XRP wallet. I made a video about that earlier. It's going to come out maybe in an hour or two. But if you want that information here first, I'm going to go over it in just a little bit. I just got to get through a few other things to get to that part. But I'm glad you're here, Bart. Thank you for sharing that. Also, you have Senator Cynthia Lummis discusses creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve with Eric Trump. Listen, the Trump kids are very much a part of his administration. So just having people, whispering in the ear of his kids, that could be beneficial for all of us, right? So listen, I need you to pay attention. If you only pay attention to one thing in this entire video, you need to pay attention to this next 2 minutes. Here is the CEO of Bank of America. This is a brand new clip, okay? Talking about the banking industry will adopt crypto, all right? Listen to this.
There's still 4,000 banks, so it's not like there's considering the disaggregation industry.
Let me ask you a separate question, and Becky's got one back in Washington, but on crypto. We just had Brian Armstrong sitting in the seat that you were in, and obviously there's a lot of excitement about crypto. The banking business, for the most part, has stayed away from crypto. Given President Trump's full-throated support for crypto, do you imagine Bank of America is going to be full on in the crypto business?
Do you imagine Bank of America is going to be full on in the crypto business? You ready for this?
If we have this conversation 12 months, 24 months from now.
I'd separate out this sort of crypto versus stable assets and digital movement of money, because we already move the vast majority of our money digitally. Our consumers do, our companies do. And so the question is, what's the business practice that you have to move another type of currency? So if the rules come in and make it a real thing that you can actually do business with, you will find that the banking system will come in hard on the transactional side of it, non-anonymous, transactional, verified, et cetera, because we have to, because it's just another way our customers are going to.
The other thing we're talking about.
Okay, so let me rewind this because I think everyone needs to really pay attention to what he just said here, right? I heard the banking industry is going to come in hard, right?
Currency. So if the rules come in and make it a real thing that you
Right.
can actually do business with, you will find that the banking system will come in hard on the transactional side of it, non-anonymous, transactional,
Right.
verified, et cetera, because we have to, because it's just another way our customers are going to
The
order
other thing we
money.
were talking about was the
We have to, right? Listen, I know there's a lot of people that believe crypto is not going to be widely adopted by these banks, right? And I think if you watched enough of my content, if you've listened to enough Sensei chats, if you have put in the time yourself to figure this out somewhere else, you understand how important crypto is going to be to the next few decades in the financial industry, right? Maybe it all doesn't happen at once. Maybe it's a slow burn, but we're starting to get movement in the right direction. And that always starts with fiscal policy, right? Regulation, clear rules for banks that saying, hey, this is what you can use. This is what you can't use. This is what you need to stay away from, right? We start getting stuff like that, man, oh man, it's going to be on. All right, let me play the rest of this and we'll have a conversation.
possibility that Bitcoin and some of these cryptocurrencies actually are a threat to the US dollar. Scott Besson's talked about needing the US dollar to be super powerful.
Yeah.
Is it a threat?
I think there's a whole bunch of dynamics about all the trade and all the consumption of the U.S. consumer and all the stuff that goes on. But I think we do need a strong U.S. dollar. We need a U.S. dollar to be reserve currency. It's good for our country. But what I'm saying is, if you go down the street here and you go in and buy lunch,
right?
If you can pay with Visa, MasterCard, a debit card, Apple Pay, et cetera, this will just be another form of payment in an instantaneous cash transfer. And so I think if it becomes regulatory okay, which it wasn't before, and that's one of the issues, you'll see the banking system enter with, we have hundreds of patents on blockchain.
Right.
Hundreds of patents on the blockchain already. So Bank of America is saying they have hundreds of patents on the blockchain.
Already. We know how to enter the field. When you get to the investment side and the Bitcoin stuff, that's really a separate question. That's more on the investment side. From the transactional side, I think you'll see the banking industry make moves.
You'll see the banking industry make moves, guys. Man, did anybody else need the clear? That was pretty clear to me. I was shocked when I heard that this morning. I was kind of jumping up and down. My feet were moving. I was giggling a bit. That was pretty sexy, I must say. All right, really quickly, guys. We got 790 people in here. We're going to break 1,000. What I need you to do is hit like if you are looking on YouTube, and if you're watching this, hit like. I'd really appreciate that. If you're on Twitter, if you can share the space on, do a tweet, man, I would love you forever. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, let's get into this, right? SEC, Crypto 2.0, Crypto Task Force, Hester Pierce, the exact person I thought could lead the SEC is now in part going to be writing rules and regulations for crypto. Hey, she's going to lead the task force. As if banks come to her and say, hey, is it okay for me to use this crypto or this crypto? I think she's going to, be able to have extremely intelligent, open conversations with these institutions and let them know that it's okay to use certain assets. Let me go ahead and refresh this. So here, also, Ray Dalio has been kind of bearish on crypto. And so this is founder of the world's largest hedge fund. Ray Dalio says he owns some Bitcoin now. So it's good to see that, him making that change. I don't need to play the whole minute 30, right? You don't really need to see the whole thing there, but it's good to see that, people's minds are changing over time in this industry. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at this. List of all coins I'm accumulating. This person says, things that they're accumulating: XRP for payments, real world assets is Hbar, Algorand, XLM, XDC, DeFi is Flare, interoperability is Link, and Axelar. Yeah, Axelar. Data is DAG and ADS. Do you guys own some of these assets? I'd imagine that you do. Man, it's nice to get some of these green lights here. Really quickly, I just wanted to do an update on this. I am still holding this. We originally started posting about this. CC did in Cryptonaires at like 200K. Once she posted it, I took a look at it and I really liked what these people were doing with this project. It went up to about 5 million. It came back down to 1 million, and now it's sitting at about 3.5 million, give or take. They're trying to accomplish their first Web3 music platform powered by AI, Spotify AI for Web3. They had some new announcements here. Exciting announcement: launching the digital jukebox on Valentine's Day. The digital jukebox is a first of its kind digital greeting card powered by AI voice create personalized musical messages for your loved ones. I mean, they are thinking outside the box on some of this stuff, guys. I think this could start getting really, really juicy. Now, remember, Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you are around, don't forget about your loved one, right? Because it comes up before you know it. Also, they have a YouTube challenge going on. Of course, they're trying to generate more buzz for their project. They have introducing music AI agents, the most anticipated feature. Starting on January 27th, you'll be able to create AI music agents from the songs you've generated in Chorus. What does this mean? With agents, you can achieve a consistent voice across all songs, build your unique styles with the same persona in every track record. Listen, guys, I don't know if this is going to go to 100 million or 50 million, but I like what they're doing. And I think if they have one or two songs that becomes a hit, right? Imagine, hearing one of their songs on your favorite radio station. I think that could be a possibility as more people find this, as more music is created and generated, as artists come in to start creating their own music. It only takes one, right? One big song to really change the entire game. So I like this project a lot. And, I just wanted to make it well known that I've been talking about this in chats up and down for the last few months. About last night, 500K more XRP. Man, that is some deep pockets you got, my friend. 200K Trump coin. Oof. Listen, I'm not going to get too much into the Trump coin saga, but guys, be careful with that kind of stuff. Like when you have 80% is held by the Trump team, 5% is held by insiders, 98% of the liquidity pool isn't locked. You have unlocks coming. Just be extremely careful, right? I know we're all here in the crypto industry to make money, but like there's risks and then there are risks. And I think when you're buying some of these tokens, you're in for extreme risk. So, this is too extreme even for me. And I play in the trenches all day long. So just be extremely careful when you're buying some of these tokens, guys. Okay. All right. So we talked a little bit about that. Let's get back into what I really want to talk about here. So, here, Trump meme coin. Yeah. So this is what we want to talk about. $14 billion evaluation on Monday, available on Solana blockchain. Be careful, right? I mean, if you're at $14 billion market cap, you need 28 billion to make 100%. You're taking on extreme risk and you're hoping that people that come in after you to buy this are not taking a look at the tokenomics, right? Smart, educated investors with deep pockets are not buying Trump meme coin, right? It's retail that is coming into buying this. So, you know what? I'll send you over to CoffeeZilla. He has done a few videos on the Trump coin, the Melania coin. Go watch his videos and listen to what he says about that. I think that could give you some clarity on what you should do. I'm not saying that it's wrong to launch these tokens. I am just saying that as you are in part my community. You're my community either in Kryptonaires or you're my community on YouTube. My goal as your Sherpa out here in the crypto space is to give you valuable information and insights. And some of that information you might not agree with, or, you might not understand, but I need to make it well known that I think this comes with extreme risk. I want you to be careful. I don't want you to lose all your money. I really want you to be successful out here. That would make me very, very happy. All right, here you go. Trump, who knows, maybe we'll pay off our 35 trillion. So this is what I wanted to discuss. Let me play it, let you listen to it. And I want to go over the math about this in just a second.
But who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But how do you want it to be more prominent in America? How will that work?
Oh, it's going to work easily. It's already prominent. It's moving along. It's very loosely regulated. That's one of the reasons it's moving along. But it is a different form of a currency, and it's going to end up benefiting the country. But if we shut it down, like, Biden's trying to shut it down, Biden doesn't have the intellect to shut it down. Can you imagine this guy's telling you to shut something down like that? He has no idea what the hell it is. But if we don't embrace it, it's going to be embraced by other people. It's a massive thing already. Did you read where it's bigger than any company in the world already? I mean, if you look at the market, it's bigger than many countries. It's a very big thing. If we're not going to be the leader, we have the people that are the leaders. I know some of them. They're very smart. And if we don't embrace it, other countries are going to embrace it. Other countries will anyway, but we can be the leader, and we might as well be the leader.
All right, really quickly, guys. I love what Trump's saying here. I just don't know if you're going to be able to pay off $36 trillion with Bitcoin. So I want to go over this really quickly with you, the math. Okay. And I did this in another video. If you watch a lot of my content, you've already seen me talk about this. But if you don't watch every single one of my YouTube videos, let's just discuss this. So to get to a point where you can pay off, $36 trillion of debt with Bitcoin, you need the US's plan is to buy 1 million Bitcoin. And then, hopefully Bitcoin needs to get to $36 million a token. Okay. You're talking about a 360x, give or take. If this was 100K, you're talking about a 360x from where we are today. Now, when you're talking about a 360x, you're talking about a $756 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. Let me say that again. $756 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. Now, personally, I don't think there's enough fiat in the world to put into Bitcoin to bring its value to that much. Personally, that's my personal feeling. I'd love to know what you guys think in the chat, but this might not be exactly what we're trying to do. Now, if Bitcoin goes up to like million or 2 million or 3 million, yes, we can pay off, 5% of our debt or 6% of our debt. That could be beneficial. We would kill and crash the Bitcoin price, but the US could take those actions and moves at that time. Now, I did make a video about Bitcoin and, of course, XRP strategic reserve. Now, I think, let me get more into my, did it stop sharing? No, we're good. Let me get more into my video here. And I have a few other clips that I want to bring up, and I want to talk to you about an XRP strategic reserve and what that could look like. So let's get back to here. Let's talk a little bit more. We're going to put a pin in the XRP strategic reserve until I get to that point. So let's put a pin in it. Here's Brad Garlinghouse. The change of the administration in the United States is going to dominate a lot of the conversations about crypto and how that, from a regulatory perspective, starts a signal, a shift. All right, let me play this for you.
The change of administration in the United States is going to dominate a lot of the conversation about crypto and how that, from a regulatory perspective, starts to signal a shift.
People are waiting eagerly to see whether US Bitcoin reserve will be set up.
I think that speaks to not just positive, but perhaps an embrace of this technology as being the future of finance.
I think a lot of folks would look at it and say, well, it's a little bit of a risk, 6 months ago, it was riskier to build in Web3 or in crypto because you did have that uncertainty.
As an industry, we've got to come together. We can't all have different views on what good regulation looks like. Otherwise, we will slow down the process. We've got to speak with one voice very clearly about what we're looking for and work with the new administration towards that.
Some of the conversations that we're having here at CFC, I think, will result in the industry better organizing itself to speak with one voice in favor of good crypto policy in the years to come.
Guys, listen, that's exactly what is happening, right? Leaders of the crypto industry are coming together to speak with one voice, right? And they are being listened to, which is a big, big thing. Now, I don't know exactly what the Trump administration plans to do with crypto, but I do know if they even come close to what our expectations are, guys, it will mean really good news for all of our bank accounts. So also, I've been talking a little bit of this on the YouTube channel here. Brad Garlinghouse and the co-founder of Chainlink, right? Listen, Chainlink is the data layer for the DTCC. You still need a settlement asset. And I know people say, oh, XDC and R3, I have a problem with that, right? So let me show you this really quickly. What country was XDC created in? Now, I don't know about you, but you are talking about the U.S. financial system. What do they call it? Man, they call it my mind is blank. It's too big to fail, right? I know there's a special term for it. I just can't think of it right now. But if it's so important to the United States, any disruption in that area could be catastrophic for the United States. Now, listen, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I do know this is a Singapore-based company, okay? I don't think they're going to leave the clearing and the settlement of trillions of dollars, quadrillions of dollars in assets and settlement to a company that is based in Singapore, that is not a United States, right, originated blockchain, right? I know blockchains don't have a country of origin. Like where it was created was the US, if you're talking about XRP. XCC, great asset. It's going to do amazing work. I just don't know if it's the right asset for the DTCC. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out too. I'm also watching that as well. Let's go ahead and keep talking about this. Let me just see if there's any questions, anything that came up. We broke 1,000 people watching, guys. Really amazing. We have 623 of you watching on Twitter. If you guys can go ahead and like and share on Twitter, I'd really appreciate that. And 383 of you are watching live on YouTube. Great to be with you guys. If you can hit like on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. Now, there's some people in the chat that have been asking me to talk about this. And so here you go. Major new wallets discovered on the XRP ledger with official domain connections, XRP. Now, this is interesting. You got Donald Trump, U.S. Treasury, BRICS, SWIFT, Bank of America, JP Morgan, BlackRock, and World Liberty Financial. That's a strange one. But here, I mean, if you go in, you take a look here, I'll share this tab instead. I clicked on it. XRP scan pulls up. I mean, I don't know how this works, right? If you can just create a trust line randomly with a random name on it, and if someone's having like a gaffe or, you know, just playing around. But there's some interesting things happening in some of these trust lines. Man, things could get pretty crazy. Like payment. You know, there's going to have to be more information that's shared about all of this stuff, but this looks pretty interesting to me, right? You have the big BRICS government domain here. They opened a trust line for World Liberty Financial. I wonder if this is like an inside job by somebody. It's super strange to see World Liberty Financial brought up a few different times in this. Because World Liberty Financial isn't Trump's project. They paid Trump to put his name on it, right? So it's actually, you know, the developers. Anyways, go. I think CoffeeZilla did a breakdown on World Liberty Financial. You should go watch that. But anyway, this is what people are talking about right now on Twitter. It's everywhere. You can get in here, take a look at some of this stuff. I made a video about this that should come out later on this afternoon. The link is here. I'll give you this link if you guys want to. If you guys find anything at all juicy about this, please go ahead and what happened, Trump coin? What happened to it? Let's take a look at it. Did it die? I mean, it's still there. It is still there, my friend. Oh, yeah. See, like, this is the type of shit you need to watch out for, man. Let's take a look here. Somebody sold $237,000 in Trump coin. That's what happened. Bought zero. Look, bought zero, sold 240,000. Right. This is what I was telling you about. Okay. Now there's some big buys coming in to go against that. $5 million. Oh my God. People are dumping it hard now, guys. People are dumping it hard. A $5 million sale, $1.45 million sale. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a $6 million sale on a coin randomly like that. Look at this. 1.45, 1.27. Wait, hold on. Let's go back to this $5.8 million sale. Where was that at? Where did that go? Right here. Let me see this. Wait, what? How is there no buy history, but they're selling $5.8 million? Look at that. They sold $10 million of this token. They bought zero. This is what I was warning you guys about, like, as we started this chat, right? Be careful, man. Be careful. Trump coin has no purpose. It's the most idiotic investment I've seen people make. Jonathan, listen, I agree with you. I been trying to warn people like away from this. Listen, if you bought Trump coin at $1 million market cap, $5 million market cap, $10 million market cap, fuck, I get it, right? Make your money. But if you're buying in at 6 billion, there's so much risk that you're taking on. Just be careful, guys. Like your well-being was one of my top priorities. And I want to see you still be here. You know, I've seen a lot of people do stupid shit in the crypto industry, lose all their money, and then they swear the crypto industry off for 6 or 12 months, and then they come back when they have more capital. So just don't be one of those people. A lot of people are talking about this. U.S. Treasury seems to have created an XRP address and opened trust lines with JP Morgan, BlackRock, and Bank of America. Could this be the start? Could this be the start of something truly incredible? I don't know. You know, we're gonna have to see. Let's take a look at the U.S. Treasury one though. Let's take a look at this real quick. Oh, okay. When was this set? Offer payment. Where's the date? 121. So all of this just happened. This was all done in the last few days. See the date. There's no history past this. This is when they created it. Okay. Man, you know, could this be real? I like it to be real. I love it to be real. We'll have to see. Now, listen, the reason I played that clip from the Bank of America CEO earlier is because it all sets in with the next few things that we're going to show you. So listen, I know that there's a lot of you that have been in the space for years. You know a lot of this stuff already, but there's a lot of new people. So I'm going to go through it just like as if I was talking to somebody fresh and green. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So here is, I believe, somebody that works for Ripple talking about their partnership with Bank of America.
U.S. major banks on Ripple, question here. We're working very closely with Bank of America Merrill Lynch. They are one of the 7 core banks which are helping us create our governance structure. So to complete this is Bank of America Merrill Lynch, CIBC Canada, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi, which is the 4th largest bank in the world, Santander Group, number 19 worldwide, and Standard Chartered Group, and Westpac Australia. And we chose those banks to give us a good global spread around the world. So we have very good input from different markets and different thinking.
Listen, the FX market is $6 to $8 trillion a day in value moving, right? Ripple has positioned their board, right? They are playing like 4D chess, 3D chess, right? The rest of the people are playing checkers. Ripple understands how important it is to have some of the biggest financial banks in the world, right? Because you're going to need liquidity. And imagine all of these banks starting to come in and starting to use Ripple and XRP. Chad Steingraber put this out. What is about to go down? The EO's removing of SAB 121. The SEC withdraws the Ripple case. Bank of America official announcement. XRP ETF approved. These are all things that are possibly going to happen very, very soon. Of course, we've all seen these on Twitter. These are patents with Bank of America. Remember, Bank of America has hundreds of patents in the blockchain space, and some of these patents are talking about introducing real-time settlement, real-time net settlement, flexible and innovative methodology for distributed ledger, digital wallets, and traditional partner banks. And then you have Ripple right in the middle of all of this. So really interesting to see all this shit, right? And then, of course, here's another one. Ripple is mentioned 5 times in this patent. Real-time net settlement. So I think this is just the top of the patent, right? That we were talking about earlier. And then, you know, a lot of people are talking about Bank of America, of course, the 2nd largest bank in the U.S., starting to use XRP, hopefully eventually here. Let me just refresh some of these other windows that I'm going to be talking about here in just a second. All right. So let's talk about this one. So here is another person from Ripple. This one, her name is Emi Yoshikawa, confirming once again that Bank of America is a Ripple partner and Ripple customer. This is back in 2020.
Standardized access and provides quick settlement and near zero failure rates, and also a substantial reduction in cost. Today, we have over 300 customers across 40 markets, and ranging from large global banks like Santander and Bank of America to traditional money transfer business like MoneyGram, and also more newer fintech type companies like Neom. Standardized access and provides quick settlement.
So that was another Ripple employee talking about it. Here you go. Here's Brad Garlinghouse on Fox News. New clip. Let me play it.
Role here.
Do you think you get more clarity under the Trump administration on who's running things?
Yes, we want them to have a role. And as you know well, one of the biggest problems the crypto industry has had isn't the idea there's too much regulation. It's just the regulation is not even clear. We're trying to apply laws from literally 1946, a famous Supreme Court case called the Howey test. We're trying to apply that to a digital asset industry that's been developed in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And so it just doesn't fit. And I think as we bring this new, really the Trump cabinet to bear, getting those clear rules, which we've been asking for under the Biden administration for years, I think we're finally going to get that clarity, which will help the U.S. lead again. And I think, Trump talks about making America great again. I think he's going to make crypto great again in the United States.
Nice. Sure.
Oh, make crypto great again in the United States. That is a great comment, man. I love to hear that. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Crypto Sensei coin coming soon. Beep. Listen, a lot of people have brought it up to make my own coin. The reason why I don't do it is because there's going to be some winners and there's going to be some losers. And I don't want to piss off half of the people that watch my content or sign up to my community, right? Because you're going to do that if you create your own token. So you probably will never see a Sensei coin, not by me at least. There might be a random other Sensei that might do it, but I just can't put. It's taken me years to build credibility in the space, and I think with one day of a meme token, if anything goes wrong, the blame is with me, right? And I don't know if I want to put myself through all that stress. But it would be cool. JD Vance coin. I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past them, guys. I'm getting ready to do my first buy today. I love to hear it, Red. Love to hear it, man. Hey, good luck. What are you buying, Red? I'd love to hear it. You buying XRP? You buying something else? On the crypto side, I use Trump token is up 600%. Well, I think you might have it where it's set up 24 hour, 7-day, things like that. Just make sure that the settings that you have that you're looking through that lens is not, I would do it 1 hour or 4 hours or something like that. Might give you some better accurate information. Okay. Do as they do, not as they say. Great saying. I think my dad used to say this to me. Still kind of says it to me randomly sometimes, but I grew up hearing that. Use your money for smart investments. Great advice from XRP Nut. I don't think Trump has anything to do with the coin, in my opinion. Listen, it was his Twitter account that posted about it first, right? Unless somebody else has access to his Twitter account, I guess you could say it's by his team, but Trump wasn't hacked, right? We would have heard about it by now. It is, in fact, Trump's coin. So Joe Wright is asking, what do you mean they didn't buy any Trump coin, but they sold 10 million? How do you own it and not buy it? So that's a great question, Joe. Thank you for asking that. So listen, Dex Screener doesn't always have exact information. Sometimes you have to open it up and go a few layers deep. I was just taking a look preliminary, but if you are the owner of that token and tokens are starting to get unlocked either by insiders or whatever, if you were issued tokens when the token went live, you didn't buy those tokens, but you were still issued those tokens. So if you start selling those tokens, it will say that you bought 0 and you've sold whatever you've sold. I hope that explanation helps you better understand how that actually worked. Okay. Dude, there's some people buying crazy numbers in Trump coins, man. Hey, do what you want to do. But my thing is this, guys, if you think your favorite altcoin, let's just talk about this real quick and then I'll go back to the news. If you think your favorite altcoin is still going to see a 10x or a 20x or whatever it is that you think is going to happen with that particular token, why would you put money into the Trump coin? Why wouldn't you just go and put money into whatever asset you think is going to go up 10, 20x? You're at a $7 billion market cap for the Trump coin. A 10x is 70 billion. A 20x is 140 billion. I don't know if we're going to get to those numbers. And if we do get to those numbers, how healthy is that for the rest of the tokens that you actually own on Solana that actually have a use case? I know that I'm invested in a lot of different assets across a lot of different chains, and a lot of those assets got sold off so people could go and FOMO into some of these coins. I don't know how that's working out for everybody. especially if you would have bought when it was at 70 billion or 50 billion or 30 billion. You're down a lot right now. So just be careful. No value, just like every other meme coin. I'm not denying that. Good thing that Trumps are not bigger than the crypto market. Okay. And guys, listen, if you have a Crypto Hulk, what up? Is Crypto Hulk here? I don't think Crypto Hulk's here. Listen, guys, if you have a particular comment that you want me to like read and really get into, you can send a smart whatever on YouTube, and I will dig into that question if you can. I can't see everything because there's like there's 1,200 people in the chat right now. People are chatting. Didn't like Quincy Kid create XTC? I don't know if Quincy created XTC. I don't think he created it. If he did, that's the first time I'm hearing about it. But it is out of Singapore. And I don't know if you're going to trust the American financial institution with a coin that's created outside of the US. It's just my personal opinion. I could be totally off on that, but we'll see. Do you have any inside information about this? Oh shit, hold on. Sorry about that. The water is off in our building, and I was hearing something through the headphones, and I was like, what is that? And my wife or I left the tap on, and it just started coming on again. So let's see what else you guys got. Anything else? All right, let's get back into this then. What do you think about CFT token? I think CFT token I think they're paying a lot of random people on YouTube to post about it. I mean, on Twitter to post about it. I don't have any knowledge of it, man. I just be very careful. It seems like they're doing a lot of marketing, though. I guess that can't be a bad thing. And they've been around for a few months. I know I started seeing those CTF or CFT tokens a few months ago. So let's keep it going, man. As we round 1,200 people watching, I'd love to see it. So listen, there are people, in Donald Trump and Donald Trump's son's ear talking about XRP. Now, what I want you to do, I'm going to play this clip. I want you to look at Trump. This is Donald Trump Jr. I want you to look at his face when he mentions XRP. Now, I don't love his reaction, but you tell me what you think here. Hold on. Let me.
Absolutely. I'm a huge Ripple fan, XRP investor. Just want to say thank you
Right.
very much for your service. Thank you very much. I'm a huge Ripple fan, XRP investor. Just want to say thank you very much for your service. Thank you very much.
All right. That could have went a little bit better, but all good. Can't hate the man for trying. Crypto Erie posted this. The future of global settlement is multi-chain, and Axelar is making the future possible by enabling XRP to seamlessly bridge between any blockchain, public or private. Remember, you had the Axelar CEO talking about 50 trillion. I think it was 50 trillion on the XRP ledger over the next few years. Listen, we have been held back for so long in the US for crypto companies. Now, all of those things that were holding countries, banks, financial institutions, market infrastructures, all of that holding those back. There's nothing holding them back yet, anymore, right? Of course, you need the green light from the regulator. You probably need some type of regulation, but the ball is starting to roll down the hill. All right. How quickly it starts to roll, I don't know. But you could not have asked for a better few things and situations, right? It's incredible that you hear Trump talking positively about crypto. I mean, they're creating their own tokens. I don't know how that's all going to go. I wish you all luck on that. But this is positive for the industry. And then here was, I guess the Forbes helicopter was flying over the inauguration. This is like the dinner. This is JD Vance. Okay. Of course, this is Secret Service back here. This is JD Vance. This is Brad Garlinghouse. I don't know. Stuart Alderati, maybe SA. I mean, I thought this was Stuart Alderati, but maybe not. Maybe that's Stuart. Oh, Stuart Alderati is right here. I was like, it's on this guy's pants. So I was like, this guy looks like a waiter. Stuart Alderati's right here. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was Stuart Alderati. I get it. But what I want you to see here is, JD Vance understands crypto to a certain extent, right? He owns it. I played a few clips in the last video I made about JD Vance talking about, blockchain identity, talking about utility tokens. He understands it, right? What is he going to do? And how is he going to help the industry? That's still yet to be seen. But I do like this. I'd like to see more of this, right? All right, so here you go. Strategic proposal to use XRP to pay off 38 trillion in US debt. Well, it's 36 trillion and it's growing every day. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're not from the US, let me just show you. This is the US debt clock. This is how much debt the US actually has, and it is a fuck ton. $36 trillion in national debt. If you don't know, now you know. Look, there's a Doge clock on here now. Did you guys see this? What the fuck? What? That's a new addition. I haven't seen that before. There's all kinds of stuff on here, right? And then I'm waiting for you to see like XRP against the US dollar on here. But anyway, here's all the money. It talks about how much money is in circulation, the M2 money supply, $21 trillion. Talks about, everything that you need to know. And actually, if you are from a regular country and you want to see like what your country is, global debt for countries. I'm sure I'm Googling the wrong thing here, but there's actually a global debt thing. See, I'm Googling the wrong thing here. Anyways, you can look it up by just kind of Googling what country you're from and whatever it is. And that should come up for you. But anyways, getting back to this really quickly, let's see what this is about. Okay. So, I made a video about this and I did all the math. So you would need a $36 million per Bitcoin. If the US bought 1 million Bitcoin today, it would cost them about $106 billion. And, you would need Bitcoin to go up 360%. Personally, I think you can achieve what you're trying to achieve with XRP for a lot more cheaply. But let's talk about this. So now this is not in Congress yet. This is not from a senator. This is just, I think, a proposal that somebody had written up. So don't get too excited about this quite yet. But it says revising the Federal Reserve Act to allow the coexistence of XRP with the US dollar, defining roles and limitations for each, creating specific taxation rules for transactions involving XRP to ensure fairness and clarity in fiscal policy, adjusting legal tender laws to include XRP for certain types of transactions, potentially starting with digital and online payments, right? What did the CEO of Bank of America say? He said digital and online payments, right? Big thing. Regulatory clarity. You need to establish clear guidelines under the Financial Innovation and Technology for the FIT21, and enhance SEC oversight for crypto asset management. Define XRP status as a digital asset rather than a security, which would fall under the FIT21 Act. You also have implement consumer protection means specific to cryptocurrency transactions, ensuring transparency, security, and investor protection. You also have set up regulatory sandboxes where new financial technologies like XRP can be tested in a controlled environment with reduced regulatory burden, promoting innovation while managing risk. Now, I don't know if this all happens the way that we want it to, but man, U.S. debt repayment solution using XRP. Okay, here's another thing. Let's just read through this. Let's see what happens. Analysis of the U.S. government's proposal to buy U.S. XRP. The proposal is based on several hypotheses, which are XRP price increase. The XRP price could reach $60,000, which is a huge increase compared to its current price. Okay, time out. Gotta call time out. You know what? I'm not going to read the rest of this. $60,000, guys. I know we all want to be rich overnight, but you would need gobsmacked amount of money to get tokenized and added to the XRP ledger to get to $60,000 per token. You would need, so 50 trillion and 10% circulating supply was 8,800. You would need, what is that? 8 times 8 is 56. You would need basically 8 times that. So you need 400 trillion tokenized value onto the XRP ledger and 10% circulating supply. Obviously, you could go to 5% circulating supply and add 200 trillion, or you could go down to like 2.5 circulating supply and add 100 trillion. It would do the same exact thing. I guess manageable if everybody starts FOMOing and buying XRP, which I would love. I would fucking love that. Fake news. Jonathan, which part about what I'm saying is fake news? Are we talking about what we're looking at here on the screen is fake news? It could happen. RJ says it's going to happen. So RJ, it could happen over time, man. Like it's not going to happen tomorrow. Okay. Let's have a conversation about this real quick before I move on. So listen, I'm all for XRP getting to a high price. I think that would be really cool for the people that believed in it all this time. Right. And we would all be better off. Even owning like what 1,000 XRP at 60K, is that 6 million, or am I doing the wrong math there? Can't be 60 million, right? 1,000 XRP times 60,000. No, that's 60 million. Holy shit. God, there'd be a lot of new billionaires. There'd be some trillionaires too. Listen, there's about 20% of XRP still on exchanges. Okay. First of all, a lot of that XRP would need to be bought up. Okay. Now if listen, Bank of America makes an announcement, they're going to start using XRP in their payments. That could send other banks in saying, oh shit, maybe we should pick some of this asset up and hold on to it. XRP could be an asset that banks hold listen, when you have a bunch of different assets like a stable coin, okay, you need value to back up your stable coin, which usually is treasury bills or other types of securities that are approved. Okay. Now banks are similar. They have all of these different assets that they hold under management. Okay. And XRP could be like a token that you hold on to basically back up all the rest of your assets. That would be something that would send XRP to insane numbers, right? If the US came out and said that we're not going to build the CBDC, but we want to create a digital dollar, or we want to use Ripple's RLUSD as the US's digital dollar, I think that's less likely because the US wouldn't have control over minting and burning. That's a big deal. So I think what the US Treasury could do is they could go to Ripple and say, hey, we're not going to create a CBDC because Trump and Republicans don't want a CBDC, but we want to create a US dollar stablecoin that's backed by the US government. And they could use Ripple's technology to build that stablecoin. That, my friends, would send XRP to, big numbers, right? Is any of this going to happen? It's a possibility. The likelihood of it happening, I'll leave that up to you, my friends. Yeah, so there was a guy that bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoin. Yes, my friend. Are we starting to write in capitalizations? Let's calm it down. Let's calm it down now. Scares me to have trillionaires in the world. LAX, listen, Chris Larson has 2 billion XRP, right? XRP starts going to like $500. That guy's a trillionaire, right? Not crazy at all. XRP reaching $500, I think, is an inevitability. The question is, how long will that take? Is it going to happen in 2025, or does it take 5 or 10 years? I don't know, but the guy still has 2 billion XRP, right? And then what would that make Ripple? Ripple would have, they have 37 billion XRP in escrow. What would that be worth? Right? That would be worth $5-10 trillion, right? So it's not crazy. It's not far-fetched. Real possibility. It's all right. It's all right, some guy. You're good, man. You don't have to apologize. Just wanted to make sure that you understood. Sensei, do you think we wrap up the SEC case? Yes. Yeah, the SEC case is probably done. No. So Mark Ueda is the new SEC chair, and he's taking a pro-crypto stance. And I think it sends the wrong message to continue something that has been blown up in the press, right? The SEC case against Ripple has been brought up, I mean, hundreds and maybe thousands of times in the press at this point. So the Trump administration, the SEC, current SEC is well aware. Now, I would imagine that Stuart Alderati, who is, Ripple's lawyer, would go to the SEC and say, hey, you have new administration. Are you guys still going to, chase down this appeal, right? Because right now you have a lot of forward movement, right? In the crypto industry. Continuing to go after Ripple sends the wrong message. It sends the wrong message. And I think they don't want to do that, right? So part of me says they let it go. That's like 80 to 90% of me says they're going to let it go. Very small percentage of me, says they're still going to make it a big deal. Can Trump officially hit 1,000? I don't know what you're asking me, Ken. I'm sorry. You have to give me some more context. Appreciate that. And guys, if you are on YouTube, you can send in a chat if you want to support me or the channel. There's also some new membership tiers. For $20 a month, you can support me and my channel. Also, you're going to get early access to some videos, as well as I'm going to make some content directly for you. And we're going to do at least one chat a month where it's just members only. So I'd love to see anybody start with that $20 tier chat. If there's only like 1 or 2 people, when I start doing this, then maybe I just do, one-on-ones with you, whatever. But if you want to support me and all the things that I do, I'd really appreciate it. The Seal would really appreciate it. And Luna and the rest of my family would really appreciate it. Let's get back to this. Joseph says, okay, but can Mark settle this case or only Atkins? So I think Mark Ueda is the new SEC head, right? New SEC chair. Who is the current SEC chair? I think it's Mark Ueda, right? Yeah, it's Mark Ueda. It's not Atkins. Here you go. Trump taps Republican Ueda as acting SEC chair. It's not Atkins. It's Mark Ueda, this guy. So, oh shit, I'm sorry. There. That's what you need to know. Is this guy going to keep up the case? I don't think he will. I think he's going to write it off personally. Mark is temp chair and we are waiting Atkins. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Thank you, Joseph. I don't keep up with all the appointments. I do apologize, but acting chair, this guy can still make some decisions, and I'm sure he will talk to Hester Pierce about it, and maybe they can make a decision. Caspa is better, faster, and more bullish. Not shilled. XRP won't ever hit $10. Caspa King. Listen, Caspa King. What I want you to do is, you see that joint that's burning in your hand? I want you to put that joint down. You have smoked too much. You are way too high to continue this conversation. So appreciate you here, Caspa King. But okay. All good, man. Hey, we value your opinion on the channel. I don't agree with it, but I value it, man. Caspa King's coming in hot. Caspa King's coming hot. When I'm still getting rich and you got all rugged, I'll be chilling. Okay. Caspa King, good for you, man. Good for you. I don't know what else to say to you, man. Listen, if you can show me that Caspa is being used by any banks, financial institutions, right, where all the money actually is, and you're not just speculating on the price of Caspa, I'd love for you to tell me where I can locate that information, okay? All right, let's keep it going. Here you go, right? And so Caspa King, why don't you can keep smoking your joint, man, but listen to this, okay? This is where real value is. This is what Ripple and XRP is going to be looking to onboarding some of this tokenized value. I haven't heard of for Caspa doing any of this stuff, but let's play.
Or with fund managers, again, wholesale fund managers, professional fund managers that manage your super, that sit in the equity market or the bond market. Now, the equity market is a $66 trillion market. Wow. The bond market, the American bond market, the Japanese bond market, the Italian bond market are actually over 80 trillion. Wow. So we're talking a huge amount of money here. Now, fund managers, big banks like Wells Fargo or big, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, whoever it might be, or Goldman Sachs, they'll actually have Ripple, in their portfolios where they sit on it, because they want liquidity, or a fund manager will do the same thing that has a hedge fund. They'll sit on Ripple and they'll actually take Ripple out of circulation.
Wow.
So what that means, and coming back to your client's question, which is a very good one, what that means is the circulation that you see today, we know it's 39 billion, but they've got 55 billion in, escrow. That circulation.
This is obviously an older video, guys. Just want to point it out. The reason I wanted to play this for you, there's some really good information that she's sharing about what fund managers, big banks, and institutions might do with their XRP, which is just hold on to it, like I was explaining to you just a few minutes ago.
Could even become less than that.
Wow.
And it's no different to stocks on the exchange, equity on the exchange, where the equity sits in a portfolio manager for an equity portfolio manager, and that equity never sees the light of day because it becomes their core equity, becomes their core investment in their portfolio. And they don't actually ever get rid of, say, Google, or they never get rid of Apple in their core portfolio, like a Fidelity that manages $17 trillion worth. So they could sit on Google forever and you never see that come back into the market. And so therefore, the circulating shares or the circulating coin don't come back into the market. Now that's what will eventually happen with XRP.
Wow.
And with that happening, the price, of course, will go up because the circulating issue is going to be a lot less than 39 billion.
Supply and demand issue.
All right. I will come back and ban Casper King. Listen, guys, I'm all for you coming onto the channel and sharing your opinion and your thoughts and stuff like that. But when you start throwing around insults and stuff like that, that's where I'm going to draw the line, and I'm just going to ban you forever from the channel. So, be polite. I have a great community filled with amazing people, hundreds of people from all around the world, and I don't get any of that kind of stuff in there, right? We can coexist. We can like different things, right? But when you start throwing around insults, who's got the time for that kind of stuff, right? Like, grow up, man. Do something better with your life. All right, let's keep it going here. XRP rich wallet exchanges by countries. Listen, a lot of XRP is in the United States, and then you have unknown, right? South Korea, Cayman Islands. Look at that, man. You got a lot of XRP in the Cayman Islands. You got Japan, Singapore. Big shout out to all of those countries. And then you also have Ripple controlling a lot of XRP. Upbit has about 6 billion. Binance has about 3 billion. Chris Larson has 2.7 billion XRP, right? That's a lot. That's a lot of XRP, man. Uphold 2 billion, Coinbase 1.6 billion, Bithumb 1.5 billion, and a few other exchanges listed on here that nobody really uses. Coincheck, Bithumb. Anyways, what I want to point out here is if this XRP starts really being aggressively bought off these exchanges and there's not as much XRP in circulating supply. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are, going to team this up. Like, this could be a really big impact on what the price is for XRP. If we go down to like 1% circulating supply of XRP and we start adding trillions of dollars on the XRP ledger, well, guys, you are all going to have a better life. And that's what we're trying to do here. Now, listen, I don't have all the answers. I, like you, am out here trying to find these answers. I work hard. A lot of people that surround me work really hard to better understand where we're heading with crypto, digital assets, and the banks. Okay. The banks have all the money, right? Now, how do you think Elon Musk, right, got rich? Well, PayPal, right? He was one of the founders of PayPal, and that's where he got his start. Okay. Technology. What we're all trying to do here. We're all trying to have a better life. We're all trying to figure out what technology banks are going to use to move value, to transact value, to hold that value. And this is how listen. I was thinking about this morning. I was in the ER with my dog, and we were just sitting there waiting for the doctor. And so I was thinking about how I could kind of go through this and, explain this to you. And so the crypto market there's some incredible technology here that banks are going to use to start moving value and tokenization of assets. Okay. Now, it's only going to be a handful of assets. And if you own all of those assets, or you own like half of those assets, you've got a real shot of owning an asset that is going to be used on a global scale, right? That's how you get, listen, you're all here because you need something more out of life, whether that's money, right? Monetary compensation, whether it's just you're bored, right? You have a ton of money, but you're bored and you want to be proactive in your portfolio, right? Whatever the reason is, you're here for a reason. And that reason probably comes down to, I have money, but I'd like to have more money, right? I believe in what I'm hearing about this technology, right? I've done the proper research to understand how good this technology is going to transform the way that we move value around this planet, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with any of you. I think the people that are actually invested in the crypto industry now and a few years ago, you're probably some of the smartest people on the planet, right? Because when I go into a room with a bunch of bankers, like on Saturday, I'm going to my wife's holiday party for First Hawaiian Bank. And like the last time I was there last year, I asked, are you guys moving the bank towards, digital assets or crypto? Listen, they just got Zelle like a year ago. Okay. So some of these banks have no clue what's coming. And a lot of these banks, like the bigger banks, they know exactly what's coming. Okay. Now, I want to be on the other side of this coin where I'm turning my, peanuts compared to, billionaires, my peanuts. I want to turn my peanuts into something much, much larger. And the way that I know that I can do that is by buying the right technology. And that's why I own XRP, XLM, and several of these other assets like Hbar, right? I think those assets are going to be extremely widely used by not just banks, but central banks alike. Okay. I hope that was some valuable insight and information into how I think. And I think that you think like this too, right? And back to what I was trying to say is, I think that the current people that understand how important this technology is, I think you are separated from the rest of the world, right? And how other people think, basic people think, right? You are thinking outside of the box. You are entering an area of technology that you are front running the institutions, right? Never in history have you had the chance to front run institutions, but you have the option right now to buy assets that these institutions are going to use to move money and value. What else do you want? All right, you got it. Let's keep it going. Whales are coming in. This person bought 30 million XRP of $90 million. That is a lot of XRP. And you never know, right? Like, listen, I've seen this video probably more than I would like to admit, but I put this video here for a reason. Now, I know a lot of you have seen this video. It's an older video. I know this was just posted on December 16, 2024, but this has been from a few years ago. This is about the IMF or, getting together, setting a price for XRP. Now, there's something very interesting about this. I'm going to play the clip for you again so it's fresh in your mind, and then I'm going to bring something up to you, and I want you to just stew on it for a second. Let me play this.
In March of 2023, there was a report by the IMF titled Trust Bridges and Money Flows, a digital marketplace to improve cross-border payments. And interestingly, on page 23, they mention two digital assets, and that's XRP and XLM.
The Bank for International Settlements publishes their money flower. And there is a small space in that money flower for those private cryptocurrencies. So I agree with you that the winners of this have already been chosen,
I believe so.
right? And I think that you just named the two that are most likely that. And I think also Wall Street's totally adopted Bitcoin.
All right, really quickly. So I thought this was a clip where he's talking about like, there was already value that was, that the central banks got together and set a value for XRP, and it's in the thousands, right? I thought that was that clip. I do apologize. So If Trump finds out that those conversations are real and that a price set for XRP is in the thousands, do you think he's going to shift from Bitcoin to XRP? I think he would, right? If that's real, right? That real video. I do apologize. I had the wrong video there. Henrique, Brazilian XRP holder here. I love it, man. My wife is from Brazil. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Funny. I love you. That was very nice of you to say. I hope so too, but I don't need to be a billionaire. 50 million, $100 million, I'd be perfect. I think we're all looking for a better life, right? I think we're all, we've had some challenges in our lives. Maybe we were never given, the shot that we needed to really show people what we could do, right? Whatever it is, right? There's people there's people that are struggling to make it to their next meal that are still buying digital assets because they believe. And there's people that have gobs of money that are buying them, right? Wherever you are in that spectrum, right? I believe in what you're doing, right? I think you're probably in the smartest market you can be. A lot of people go and buy stocks, right? Cool. The stock market isn't going to go from 3 or 4 trillion to 100 trillion over the next few years, but the crypto market will, right? And if you're holding those assets that help the crypto market get to 100 trillion or 200 trillion, crazy. Listen, you would be insane to not think that the crypto market won't be 100 trillion before you know it, right? Tokenizing value and bringing that onto blockchains, quadrillions of dollars will be brought on through tokenization, right? You just got to know what assets that are going to get tokenized and where those assets are going to wind up. Algorand, Hbar, these are some really good assets. We're going to talk. I have a few things about Algorand, a few things about Algorand, a few things about Hbar, and then a few things about XDC. I want to play this first.
By the way, we have been producing over 20 million blocks every 4.4 seconds without any interruption of service.
So Solana. He's sitting. All right. So listen, I just thought this was great. You have the founder of Algorand sitting next to the guy from Solana, and he just shit all over the guy from Solana. I thought this clip was really funny. Let me just play it again for you if you missed it.
By the way, we have been producing over 20 million blocks every 4.4 seconds without any interruption of service.
So Solana.
All right. Listen, I think Solana is a cool asset. I just, when you have an infinite supply of an asset, right? Solana, Ethereum have infinite supplies if you didn't know that. I just don't know how good those assets are going to be like outside of meme coins and things like that, right? On CoinMarketCap, they have added a made in America category. So if you're not sure if a crypto asset that you're trying to buy is made in America, go take a look at the Made in America tab from CoinMarketCap. All right, Algorand peeps, this is good news for Algorand and Bank of America. Please be aware of Algorand's capabilities. The link below is a report done in 2023, and they're giving a thumbs up to Algorand. As you know, Travelex just started offering tokenized NFT ticketing in 2023. So far, they've served 100 million customers, have done 200 million in transactions, and they have issued over 20 million NFT aeroplane tickets. Aeroplane tickets, okay, and have been actively traded on secondary markets. That's interesting. And then more have proved their business model by equally important that Algorand is fit for purpose due to its unique instant finality, which which in real world is important despite that Solana meme coins bros shills keep telling you. I don't think English is this person's first language, but it's all good. No real world businesses can afford 70% failed transactions, big fluctuations in transaction fees, or ultimately network going down 13 minutes in the case of Solana. So Algorand, another great asset. Please be aware. Okay, let's keep it going. Here is some information on the Hbar charts. There's Hbar Ethereum chart. I think this guy is it all in cryptos? This guy, let me play this.
Hedera is actually going to start to rock and roll against Bitcoin. Also, this is Hedera ETH, which that ultimately is going to lead to continuation. And since we looked at this, Can you see the break? Can you see the volume profile? Decline in volume was consolidating, then an expansion. This pullback, low volume, you'll get continuation on the back end of this. And we also spoke about Hedera dominance, which is now at all-time highs. And so this is moving towards a sort of 1% range. So something fundamentally is coming for Hedera. That is all technically signaled. And across Hbar USD, Hbar BTC, Hbar ETH, and of course Hbar dominance, we're getting the same signals, and there's still higher targets to come for these. And you can bet that there's some sort of fundamental news on the back end of all of this.
So guys, listen, there could be a huge break for Hbar coming up. Just be aware of it, okay? This person said, oh my God, this is crazy. OMG, Hbar and MTech are working to service unbanked people in a $1 quadrillion global CBDC market right now. Is the global CBDC market 1 quadrillion? I thought that was a little high, right? I mean, when you're so tokenization of CBDCs, I get, you're tokenizing, you're bringing money from the real world. So listen, you have the real world and you have the tokenization of assets. Okay. As money comes out of the real world and gets tokenized, right? You're taking money out of circulation, like paper notes, right? And you're creating new money, digital money, for that central bank. There's only $50 trillion, give or take, of actual paper money in the world. There's about 21 trillion in the US, and the rest makes up the rest of the world. Okay. When you start digitizing all of that money, and that money starts to find its way on the blockchains, that's going to make a lot of people very wealthy. I don't think it's a $1 quadrillion market unless you're talking about the tokenization of assets, because you're going to need tokenization of assets. Central banks do own, some stocks and some bonds and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how all of that plays out. But like US Treasury market, that's a big market. Ripple with Open Eden is working to tokenize US Treasuries. That is a $30 trillion market. Imagine 5 trillion of those assets, being on the XRP ledger. What would that do to the price? Right now, 2 trillion adds about $35 to the XRP price. So if you bring down the circulating supply of XRP, you start adding 3, 5, 10 trillion, price is going to go berserk. It's not crazy to think the XRP price will be $200, $300, $500 before you know it. It just comes down to circulating supply and how much value is added to those assets. We still have 1,400 people hanging out, guys. I'd appreciate it. There's 1,000 of you on Twitter, 426 of you on YouTube. If you can hit like on YouTube, if you can share the space on Twitter, I'd really, really appreciate it. We are still going strong, an hour and 17 minutes in. Let me see what you guys are talking about in the chat real quick. AI tokens like the graph is due for a pump. You're right, GG. There's a lot of really good tokens that are going to pump here soon. Obviously, like, you haven't seen Ethereum have a blow off top yet. That would be the signal, my signal to really, if you want to front run, the utility side of the market, I just think there's a lot of, meme coins and people chasing dreams right now. The market's kind of funky. So just keep that in mind. We were talking about this really quickly. MTech is a global leader in modern central bank. Their aim is to drive financial inclusion by connecting the unbanked populations of the world. MTech works directly with central banks in Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, and the Caribbean. So listen, I don't think that the central banks of Ghana, Nigeria, Libya, and the Caribbean have $1 quadrillion in value. So it's a little misleading for me. Again, he says it right here. All good, though. MTech is still a good platform on Hedera, and I do think they are going to get some of this business. I just don't know how much, right? 100 countries exploring CBDCs, $1 quadrillion of global currencies and derivatives. Yes, there you go. And derivatives, right? That's the only thing that would make sense to get to this type of number. 2 billion unbanked people worldwide. Wow. It's a lot of people, man. And then, of course, you all know about this, right? These are the cryptocurrencies. I would love to see, no taxes on American-based cryptos. I think that would be a really big thing for the space. I just don't know how real that is. Binance is secretly buying AI tokens. It happened with A16Z and it pumped 400x. The token metrics AI has analyzed numerous AI agents and AI tokens. Here's a list of the tokens that could pump next. So I just want to go over these really quickly. QTLX, Quantalytica is an AI-powered multi-chain liquidity distribution protocol, 28 million. Lika AI, or also known as LKI. Lika AI is developing an on-chain data layer for AI and advanced AI solutions. Henlo, a revolutionary blend of fast-paced, continuously engaging mobile gameplay and distributed AI and AI agents. Omnia protocol provides privacy, first access to blockchains, 1.9 million. That might be something to take a look at, 1.9 million. StarryNift is a premium AI-powered co-creation platform that transforms virtual experiences with AI SDK infrastructure. This is sitting at 5 million. And then, of course, Token Metrics. Token Metrics puts out a lot of really smart and good information. I think you could take this seriously. Let me give you the link if you want to take a look at any of this information, okay? All right, let's keep it going here. All right, so guys, we've been talking about AI agents a lot on the channel. The reason why is because, man, this thing just blew up, didn't it? You have AI agent platforms, you have coding, data analysis, general purpose, sales AI agents, content creation, marketing, model servicing, Web3, AI security, web scraping, AI avatar, productivity, voice AI agents, digital workers, research workflow, overability, AI video agents, software testing agents, web AI agents, others, agentic EDA, I don't know what that is, analytics, AI agents, frameworks, customer service, personal assistants, coding assistants. Listen, the reason I bring this up to you is the AI space is a lot like the NFT space back in 2021. This is a big freaking bubble, very big bubble, okay? Just don't get caught with your pants down because nobody likes to see that, all right? Be very careful. This is an enormous space, but a lot of this technology or these companies won't be here through the bear market. So remember, if you are making tremendously amounts of money on some of these tokens, to please take your profits, all right? Because they won't always be there, right? And so this is going to get into a lot of that technology. I will, of course, give you this as I give the Cryptonaires community if you want to take a look at that. Am I still connected here? 400, it says 1451. Anyways, I'm going to keep going if I am. OpenServe agent swarms come alive on OpenServe. Take a listen to this. I think this is I was talking with somebody in the Cryptonaires community. His name is Steve, and Steve is very smart very savvy crypto investor, and he was talking to me about AI agent swarms. I want to play this so you get a little bit more context of what I'm talking about here. Let me play this.
I want the system to practically have a look at my wallet to see the tokens that I have, get their balance and let me know, and then do some research about the tokens that are on my wallet. With that research, I'm gonna ask for a podcast episode to be created, and then upload a video to YouTube. What you need to do is to write what you expect. So let's start with the research assistant that's gonna grab the news for me. I probably want the general assistant to help me with the YouTube uploads and stuff. I have the Goat Wallet agent. I'm gonna have the podcast creator. Let's start it under the integration section. I added my YouTube account. The research agent is gathering news, pulling stuff, doing things on its own. This is the audio.
Welcome to Crypto Insights. I'm James, your host for today.
That's the start of the podcast. I worked a couple of days and nights on a video rendering engine to practically take any audio and a transcript and turn that into a podcast video.
Welcome to Crypto Insights. I'm James, your host for today.
Hi, James. Thanks for having me. I'm Emily, excited to be here.
So the scenario that I'm after here is this is a very simple demo, right? I just put together in a couple of hours. All right, the video has been successfully uploaded to YouTube. Here are the details.
Welcome to Crypto Insights. I'm James, your host for today.
Hi, James. Thanks for having me. I'm Emily, excited to be here.
So basically, this is what we are aiming to bring, right? to the ecosystem.
So you're talking about using multiple AI agents in one setting, which is really, really incredible. Did I disconnect, dude? Is there anybody still in the chat? It's had 1451 for some time. I feel like I've disconnected here. Oh, man. Fuck my life. Well, it's towards the end anyways. I think it did disconnect. Well, I guess that's that, Luna. Wait, we're still here. I'm still here. Okay. All right. Nobody was talking. I was a little... Wait. The chat stopped working. Oh. Okay. The chat on what's it called? Stopped working. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. We're still here. Okay. I don't know what's going on. All right. My shit's breaking. Fuck my life. Okay. I appreciate that you guys are still here. I don't know what happened. Chat worked fine. No. So my chat on StreamYard, I can't see what you guys are typing. So I didn't think you guys were still here. So I'm glad I didn't say or do anything crazy there. All right, we're good. All right. There's a few other things I want to talk about before we end here today. Let me just get this in here. Okay. All right. XDC. Let me just talk about this here. So XDC AI, we are excited to share that we have received a grant from the XDC network. So it looks like the XDC network is expanding their partnerships. XDC says, I can't wait to see what happens when regulation is in place. Interview with Atul Kekada back in December 2023. The pilots are proceeding very fast, and every time the counterparties conclude a transaction, they want to do a bigger transaction next. We expect that the network effect of these pilots will stabilize the production environment of major global corporations, funds, fintechs, and medium to small enterprises, and will scale up the transactions into the billions of dollars. So it does look like XDC is starting to get ready to really make some moves here. I'd love to see it. Also, right, you do have some connections. BlackRock, Securitize, XDC. It's going to be interesting to see how all this works, right? I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think the US is going to use a digital asset from do you think they're going to use a digital asset? Wait, hold on. Let me just zoom up here. All right. Do you think they're going to use XDC in America? I don't know. Is this hard for me to get my hands around? I think there's some hot crypto news going on right now. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you, man. Man, I wish the other chat was working because it's just a lot easier to see what's going on with everything. And I can't see anybody talking on Twitter, but it's okay. XRP is likely for retail. Let me do this. I'm at the end of my chat anyways. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take this down and see if there's any questions I can answer for you guys, right? So I'm looking on the chat on YouTube. Let me just share this instead. Can I do that? There we go. And it has your chat there so I can see what's going on. Is that better? I missed advice. What do you think of World Liberty Financial Token? So, man, this is really weird to look at it like this. Oh, you know what? I got to stop looking at it like this. It's going to make me dizzy. Sorry, remove. Let me just do it like this. World Liberty Financial is, it's like a carbon copy of Aave. I would stay away from it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't get into it. Ulfin, you're in Kryptonair. Send me a DM. I'll talk to you about this offline. But I'm not buying it. I'd stay away from it, man. Brad Garlinghouse was invited for the inaugural for Trump. Ripple signs. Yeah, we were talking about this a lot today, actually, already. PK, if you want to go back in later on in the chat, we were talking about this a lot actually already. Okay, I was wondering about Grayscale and if they are pursuing XRP again. I mean, you can still buy into the XRP trust on Grayscale. I don't know, why you think that's not a thing still. Let me see. Grayscale XRP. Hold on. Yeah, here you go. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, it's still a product here. How to invest right here. Grayscale Trust. I mean, it's one of the best performing assets Grayscale has. So I think they're still working it, man. Red Panda, what are you think the implications? I mean, they've been working with them the whole time. So I don't know if there's going to be more implications. Do you know about DogeGov? Thank you. Emil, I don't know what DogeGov is. Sorry. I have XTC. Emil, XTC is a good token. Let's see here. First time listening to you. Really love how you're breaking everything down. Jimmy, I appreciate you, Jimmy. Thank you so much, man. Been doing this for years, honestly. We have these chats every Tuesday and Friday, man. They're banging. Good morning to you, mate. What's up, XRP Army? Great to see you, man. Someone educate me. If anyone becomes a millionaire on XRP, what would you do with what would that do to the economy? Well, nostalgia, there's a lot of people in the US that hold XRP. And that could be a big factor in spending in the United States. I'd imagine that it will be cars and, other things like that. Let me see if I can reboot StreamYard real quick. Hold on. StreamYard. Let me see if I can redo this really quickly because I want to get into where I can see what you guys are saying. And it's just kind of shit right now. Hold on. I think StreamYard is on the fritz today because it was broken earlier. Fuck muffins. All right. I'm not going to be able to do that. Yeah, real estate, cars, watches, stupid shit. I mean, people will FOMO and buy a lot of it. So what will that do for like GDP? I'd imagine it would help out dramatically. I'd imagine it would. Yeah, StreamYard is down. StreamYard is broken. All good. Borrow using XRP as collateral. That's another way to do it, doctor. Obviously, not everyone's going to take that route, but that is a smart way to do that. Will Trump make crypto announcements soon? Happy, we have no idea what Trump is going to do. I don't even think Trump knows what he wants to do. I think he lives in the moment, and whoever's last talking to him, I think he listens to. Dual citizen Porsche GT3s, man. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to have a big race? I like it. USA has XRP, XLM, HBAR, ADA. China has Ethereum. XRP nut. You're becoming one of my favorite people. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Man, StreamYard is just trash. I don't know what is going on with it today, but it's not working. All right, guys. Any other questions, comments, anything else you guys want to get into before I end here today? I do. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. If you're new to Sensei Chats, we do these chats every Tuesday and Friday at the same time, 12:30 Honolulu time, which is 5:30 Eastern. The Reaper, tell me please what is it that you're asking, and I'll answer that before I go. Japan will be uplifted too, right? Meku thoughts? I think Meku died. God bless. I think it died, bro. I think we just got to write that one off, man. Honestly, unless it came back. I took 3 days off over the 3-day weekend to just get some rest. That's why I look so fresh today. So I don't know. Thoughts on Coinbase restricting accounts? Happy Fox. No one's gonna know, man. Yeah, go bless. I wish it didn't happen, man. I thought that was gonna be a good one, but just like anything, when you're investing in something that its use case is being the first AI agent on the XRP ledger, some of it is big risk. Some of it's big reward, some of it's big risk and no reward. So it does suck. Do you go surfing old school? Man, I need I need a surgery on my knee and surgery on both my hips. So I do not go surfing, but I love to watch it if that helps. What happened to Akita? I don't know anything about Akita coffee and tea. I'm sorry. Don't sell stake your XRP, mate. You could do that. Just wonder if you're staking anything, you need to know the lockup period and information around that. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it there. I love you all very much. You guys have a great day. I will see you on Friday with a brand new chat. I wish you all very, very well. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an honor to spend this time with you. And hey, check out some of my YouTube check out some of my YouTube videos. I've been spending a lot of time making sure that I've been making some really good content. I really appreciate any love that you guys have. So thank you so much. Serenity, great to see you, man. Love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Who is Satoshi? I appreciate all the hearts, everyone. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day. I love you all. Take care.